back after 4 months. So I got scripts today. So, alright, yes, it's been a while. Of course, because I haven't found anything that really piqued my interest in class. And it wasn't until I had a few debates with friends and learning in science class until I had a genius realization. So, let's just think to ourselves. Hang on a second, let me pan the camera a little bit. Let's think to ourselves. What are two problems we have in our modern generation, or that we're currently facing in modern society? Abortion, that's one of the big ones. It's a topic that splits the room and breaks apart families. What is another problem that is probably not the same caliber anywhere near, but another severe problem is, of course, people getting hurt, whether it be through bones, tendons, and other stuff like torn ligaments that just cannot repair. Now back to the abortion thing. I'm not going to say my side on the point of abortion because both sides have good points, and a lot of the points concern religious beliefs and other points that it's just difficult to argue against. And if they want to perform an abortion, they can wait till the baby is ready, and then we can harvest it. And that's what we're talking about. Why we should harvest babies for embryonic stem cells. If it sounds bad as of now, I'm not sure how well you can see it. If it sounds bad as of now, it is only going to get worse from here. I'm going to let you know that right now. So we should harvest babies for embryonic stem cells. Due to the ability of an embryonic stem cell to become any cell, we could possibly harvest it and give money to the mothers who participate, or just let them do it for free in the case if they wanted an abortion. Rather than just killing the child, we use it to help others. The second option is probably better in general. Now, the biggest problem I think we face, is the testing, and of course, the things that go wrong with most of my things I talk about here is ethics versus morals, of course, because ethically, this will boost the economy and the general public morale while it's healing people and making people able to work and other useful things along that line. The problem, if you haven't noticed it yet, we are harvesting unborn children, which is, not the best. Some may argue that while it is unborn, it is not a child yet. One second, is there a way to put this on screen lock? Oh, there is, perfect. We do from a child. Some may argue that it is not a person, but some may argue otherwise. So the first step to make this totally legal and fine is buying a boat and going into international waters. So that's fine. And I put a thumbs up in this, so we'll just do a thumbs up here. Another problem with harvesting stem cells is junkies. We, of course, in our current modern society already have enough problems with junkies, whether it be coke, weed, meth, all the whole 9 yards. There's a bunch of junkies that will abuse the effects of any drug, even Tylenol and Advil. So, I don't know the effects of adding more and more embryonic stem cells, but it may have side effects like continuous growth, genetic mutations, or maybe causing cancer if the cells are not able to mutate right and you have too much. We just don't have enough information on this yet, or at least I don't, due to me being in a grade 10 science class. That's where I get most of my knowledge from, and my own memory. And mine. Getting too old for this. That's why I believe we should get a team of health professionals. This is where my plan comes in. We get a team of health professionals, and we put them all on this boat. And then we send them on this vacation, right? And then we get a bunch of women that would like an abortion. And of course, we offer them it to them for free. And we tell them that we could also pay them if they wanted, and they'd get to go on this trip. And it'd be good. And we'd also inform them about what's actually going to happen, because we're not just going to kidnap people, because that is illegal. So we would test it out on international waters for it to be legal. Morally, after we talked about ethics, of course, morally, this is wrong. You are killing people, kidnapping people, doing stuff illegally, but legally because it's not international laws. It's just a shit show all around. But it could save lives. All the concerns and the legality are mostly out of the way now. You may be asking yourself, how do you get stem cells into the body or the needed area? My answer is simple. I'll call you a dumbass and then give you a dose to your brain. It's a needle, dumbass. You'll need to be put to sleep due to the immense pain. Or sorry, when I said I'll give you a needle to your brain, it's because apparently your brain doesn't have enough cells to be able to process some full information. So you need the needle. The patient will probably need to be put to sleep because this is a very fine, sharp, long needle that'll need to hit, like, for example, if you broke a bone, it's going to need to be able to be very sharp and very thin to be able to pierce the bone. So they're probably going to want to be put to sleep so that they don't have to deal with all that, because that would not be fun. And it would hurt. It'd be immense pain from a very sharp, long needle piercing your skin, and also your organs and bones, depending on where the damage is done. So this research could also change humans forever, with putting us further to be able to genetically modify your cells, making them better and better, and getting rid of all the less good ones. They could majorly reduce the risk of cancer if you have ones that don't seem to be functioning as well. And yes, I'm going to admit the obvious. This project is a lot like crazy conspiracy theories about drinking children's blood and staying young forever, which is a prevalent one that's been, going around since the dawn of time. But mine has a little bit of science behind it, and I'm just going to say a little because it is a very small amount. But I'm going to, continue to go through school, maybe go to university, well, hopefully, cross fingers, hopefully go to university and, learn more, do more, maybe put some of this research to actuality with my crazy ideas with space and such. I could become an astronomer. I could maybe get into health sciences, except for they are all kind of minorly psychotic beliefs, I guess is the best way to put it. But yeah, they're not, and also for some reason it has something against children. I don't know what I have against children, but like, I can't say I love children because that sounds really like, fogely or pedo-y, whichever way you want to put it. But children are not bad. It's just, there's no right way to say this without sounding like a pedophile. In the early stages of development, they have a lot of things that can be used. I think you get what I'm trying to say without sounding like pedophile. Also, there's the boss baby. But all these things I could do, but we'll never know until I get to that point in my life where I am going to university or college or wherever I end up. The only way is to look into the future, which maybe I'll have an idea in the future on how to make a time machine. But back to the babies, I don't think it would matter too much if we sacrificed a few people that are just little tiny people, because people want abortions either way. With the people who want abortions, instead of just killing a baby, and that's all, and that's it, they're helping contribute to save others' lives. So I think we should sacrifice babies to make embryonic stem cells to heal the weak, injured, and crippled. Because people, it could be used in many things, including, like, you could use it war meds, healing, just general healing. And I think it's good. And I don't care what you think about abortion, but if people, like, if they want to do it, because if they want to do it, no opinion on this, but if they want to do it, then, and it's still legal, they just give the embryonic stem cells, so then it's benefiting both people, because one person who wanted a child, and it's benefiting a random cripple out there. I have a friend with a broken leg. He'd probably love this. He could walk again, and he wouldn't have to be drifted around the halls. Sounds amazing. But yeah, that's kind of the summary of, I don't want to shake too much. That's kind of the summary of, this entire presentation. I'll just walk over here so you can see my whole glorious, front slide that I made. I was gonna make a whole slideshow for this, but I didn't really know how to correlate it to the words. I think I'll probably, because I wrote this entire script and everything there in science class because I finished a test early. And I had, nothing else to really do. So I just wrote a script for a dumbass video because my friend's like, you haven't posted in 4 months. I'm like, oh, well, I haven't. And I've had science for the last, what? Jesus Christ. I'm in the 4th month of my science. Holy moly. I might have I'll make another video soon. There's a girl at my school. She's like, I'm just gonna say right now, I hate her. And she went on a rant about, you probably may have heard of it. It's more so in the past type thing, like 2020 type time. But it's called reality shifting. It's called dreaming. But I can explain, because there's a whole psychological factor to it. But I can explain that in when the time comes to that, because I'll actually, because all these things, I don't put research into them. I find with each project that I do, put more and more research. So if I go from, my first one where I was just drawing on a whiteboard, spewing out nonsense, to last, I think 2 times I made a PowerPoint, to this time I'm having it, my title page is kind of still shit, but I make it a whole PowerPoint next time maybe. And the actual script that maybe I could memorize or like not read off as much, get better and better each time. Next time I could put actual research into it and time, and then maybe we'll have a video with actual straight facts rather than maybe facts. Well, we don't know, because maybe not, but yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll just back up so you can see that. Also, I can put it as a thumbnail. Alright, well, have a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are.